Jen Lancaster, best-selling author.
New York Times bestselling author.
I'm sorry, I'm
Let's get
so
that
sorry.
in.
New York Times best-selling author, very important. You were saying that your writing style and motivations have changed over the years since you have 4 books published already and 1 on the way. And I just wanted to know, how do you find your inspiration if you're not feeling inspired?
I used to write because I loved writing. And I would write at all hours of the day because I felt the flash of inspiration. Now, with 4 books under my belt, I have obligations to get a certain amount of pages done every day, every week. So I treat my writing like a business. At this point, when I'm on deadline, I get up at 8 every morning, and I sit at my desk from 8 until 5, and I write. And if I'm not inspired, it doesn't matter. I have to get stuff done. And it's much easier to go back later and edit stuff that is bad than to edit stuff that doesn't exist.
And do you listen to music, or do you read certain things to help inspire you?
I don't listen to music when I write. Sometimes I do like to listen to it before, but I have to have complete and total silence when I'm working, and that includes me going outside and yelling at the neighbors, yelling at people who are revving their cars. I kind of have to clear the decks because at this point I have to concentrate, because usually what happens is I sell a book, and because I write nonfiction, I'm able to sell books based on proposals rather than having the entire text done. So I'll generally screw around from January until like June, and then I'll find myself with 2 months to write an entire book, which is panic time. So everyone needs to be quiet. And as for other things that influence me, I read all the time, and everything that I read influences me. And if you read any of my books and you see references to The Simpsons or Arrested Development or Two and a Half Men or Sam Kinison or Dennis Leary, and I inadvertently stick those in, or Family Guy, then I'm sorry. But I think that's some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen, and thus it ends up there.
And what was your favorite childhood book?
I really loved Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farms. That's one of the books that got me to be a reader. I remember being like 3 years old, and my mom would come in my bedroom at night and she would read stuff to me, and in my opinion she read too slow, and I thought, well, why don't I just learn to read so I can take care of this myself.
And what do you do when your lovable dogs require your attention while you're writing?
Sometimes I have to stop, and that makes me crazy because I have to stop in the middle of writing because they stare, and if you've ever had 170 pounds of dogs stare at you when you're trying to do anything, it doesn't work. And the yelling at them doesn't fix anything, so we have to stop and we have to play. And then when I'm on a tight writing schedule, like twice a week they go to doggy daycare, because that not only takes care of them for 2 days a week, but it also knocks them out the day afterwards. So really there's usually only one day I have to worry about.
Thank you. Anything else you want to say?
I have no response to that. I don't know. I have not. You have to ask me a question. No, I guess I'm done.
Okay.